Alright, we are live again. Today is going to be a bit shorter of a stream, but I still have some stuff that I want to get done. I want to decorate more of the drop. So let's not waste any time and just start decorating. So first thing is I was playing this today and I realized that this needs to move up with the background layer. So let's find what group is this on to move up. Group 61. Okay. So we need to add this to group 61 and move it down that much. I think. Yeah, I think that should be good. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. What's up, Snorlax and Atomic Graham? Don't know if you have don't know if I've seen you in chat before, but hello. Yeah, that'll work for that. And then also, there were a few palm trees in the foreground that I need to change the location of because they block some of the orbs. Also, just in general, I think I'm going to lessen the amount of palm trees in the foreground. Okay, so, that's pretty good, but yeah, I think I do want to lessen the number of palm trees in the background, so that'll be on layer 10. What palm tree is it? I think this one's fine. That one, though, that smaller one, does block an orb, so I am actually going to move this over 2 blocks and move this over 3 blocks. Let's see if that fixes anything. It doesn't. So, maybe I could just, like, delete this palm tree altogether, but I don't think I'll do that. Yeah, I think that's better. Although it still does kind of block that saw, so I wonder if we can move it like that. That will help. That one, like, kind of blocks that black orb. I don't know. It's just hard to have the, kind of hard to have these palm trees in the foreground because they do block so much of the gameplay. I have to go in 10 minutes. I won't be here at all. Sorry, not you're good, bro. What's up, version? Um, what's up? What's up, depression, lol, GD, and ice? Yo, you should play Machine Love. Holy W wave, yeah, it's kind of sick. Alright, Machine Love. Yo, like this one. Yeah, we gotta lock in on drift though. So, this palm tree is good. That one I think is also good, although does it kind of block the saw when we go in front of it? Yeah, it kind of does. So, you know what? This whole section I might just delete these palm trees and we will start just kind of like, you know, with these two. So, with this one, I think I do want to move it out quite a bit more. Yeah, I feel like that's a lot better. And then we could have one, like, you know, right here. I think that would not be the worst place for one. I don't know what size I want it to be. Maybe like a little bit smaller. Put it down there. And make sure it's scaled up enough so it doesn't show like clipping through the ground. I haven't joined in a while, so I guess there's a lot of progress I missed. It's the top one, yes. Okay. See how recently was this uploaded? 7 months ago? Oh, updated 1 day ago. We got a Anong. Yo, this is cool. Yeah, this is pretty sick. Surprised this isn't rated yet, you know, for being uploaded as recently as it was. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this song. But, you know what? It should be fine. Also, is this supposed to be like a demon? Because this is not that hard. I'm just gonna try to keep talking so I don't risk copyright as much, but I probably will still get copyrighted. It's fine, honestly. This is cool. I like these like pillar decorations. Reminds me of top 10 dumbest deaths of all time. Okay, it's fine. Okay, yeah, let's see how that palm tree looks. Okay, I can't tell if I like that or not. Yeah, I think that's pretty good, actually. And then I want to copy and paste this one. I want to reverse its direction. And I want to make it kind of in between the size of these two palm trees. Okay. Yo, that's pretty good. Although, did I see some of these not in the foreground entirely? Okay, they're all on T4. I thought I saw it going in front of something, but maybe that's just the hitboxes. Yeah, I think that's pretty good actually. I like that. And then I want to copy and paste this, reverse its direction, and scale it up just a little bit. And put it over here. Okay. Okay, so it does block this one orb a little bit, so I'm just going to move it closer. I think that's pretty good, honestly. Well, okay, does it block that one spike that you're supposed to go over, though? No, not really. I mean, it could be moved maybe like a little closer. I think that might be even better. Yo, what's up, Limestone? Don't think I've seen you in chat either. We got some new viewers. That's pretty sick. Okay, I feel like that's a lot better. And then here we don't do the palm trees in the foreground. And then it will continue in the ball again. That is very cool, I won't lie. I think that is like perfect, bro. That was so cool. I was here last stream for a few. Yeah, I think I was looking through the stream to get the recording for, I was looking through the stream to get the recording, or yeah, like to screen record my, like showcase of it, and yeah, I saw some of your messages in chat, so, I guess you have been here before. Alright. Let's make this, let's just start position here, make it mini cube, and build from here. Excuse me. Alright. So what I want to do here is not necessarily start with the block deco, but actually do the cars like drifting along the tracks effect. Because, you know, like, I was originally not planning on doing this and just having the racetrack be the background for the entire level, but then I realized if I do that, then there will be no cars actually drifting in the level called Drift, so I decided that, you know, I'm just going to add some cars drifting in the background here. I got a question, so like, what is your question? Okay, so 5 is our road layer, 6 is the layer for our cars, and that's what I was working on last time. And so, I gotta pull up my reference again. Creo Drift. Yeah.
Pizza Hut right now is offering
Bro.
any large.
Okay. Let's just get this reference pulled up so I can see what this car looks like from overhead, and we'll use that. No, I think it was like, was it here? Yes, right here. Okay, we got the reference. Now, gotta go back to Geometry Dash and build the tires. So the tires don't need to have a whole lot of detail. They do need to be curved either one way or the other, though, because, well, actually, I can just reverse it. Yeah, and let me add a label to this. Okay. So let's add the tires here. For the tires, what I think I'll do is, I actually want to make them look like tires, and I don't think I've been doing a very good job with that, like, before. So this time I do want to make, well, actually, you know what? It's going to be pretty hard to actually do what I was going to do, so never mind. We won't actually do that. Also, color 3 never changes, if I'm correct. I need color 3 to not change at this point. Yeah, we got all these colors that change, but doesn't look like color 3 really changes. But then what about here? Yes, color 3 does change. And that means that is not a color that I think I should use. So maybe I'll make a new color. Don't really want to waste color channels, but at this point it doesn't really matter. So let's just set color 41 as our tire color. Our top-down view tire color. We think that's a good... No, let's make it a little bit darker. Yo, what's up, True North? I've been trying to start a demon list project before I quit GD. Ooh, like an extreme demon on the demon list? That's really sick. Honestly, just building like any level that is like pretty difficult is like really fun, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so the Z order is -6 here, and it's on Z layer B4. So I'm gonna put this on Z layer B4 and make it 1. And now we are going to warp this to make it a tire shape. So what shape do we want here? We want like a pretty fat rectangle, but still like, a rectangle, not a square. So like, I think that should be a good shape. Yeah, that's like almost perfect actually. So we gotta put this pretty close to the front, but not exactly like on the front. And, oh, the tire actually should be way smaller than that. That is way too big for the tire. So like, that is a pretty good size for that, I think. And now we're going to move that into place. Well, Ooh, this is actually going to be difficult to determine exactly what I need to do with this tire. Maybe I'll angle it a little bit. Wondering if you would be interested after drift. You mean like verify, like taking part in like decorating and building, or like verifying? Because either I'd be happy to do. Verifying would definitely be a significant challenge, but I'd still be up for it. Because, just getting to verify someone else's project is like really cool. Okay. So we got these two tires, and what I want to do now, actually I shouldn't have copied and pasted that over. I'm actually going to put these back tires on first, and then I'm going to do the, that should be good. Then I'm going to do the, curved tires, because this car is drifting. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this tire, so it looks like, it's like actively turning. And I also think I want to make this below this layer here. to make it look like it's actually turning. Actually, I probably want to do that for all the layers, right? Maybe not. Decorating for sure. Yeah, I would be happy to do that because that'd be super sick. Okay, so we got this tire in place. Now we're just gonna do the same with this tire. Just copy and paste that over. And that looks pretty good, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's better. So this is going to be our drifting car. Let's just take this and group this all together. And I will have all the cars that are drifting be the same color. Maybe I'll have them be different colors, but probably the same color, just for simplicity's sake. And then I'm going to copy and paste this, and let's make our first drifting car. So we won't use this road, but this huge road we will use. And I actually want to scale the car up for this. That will not work. And I have to warp it. And reverse its direction since we're drifting this way. And so we'll start the car right here. Yeah, we'll start it right here. And then we need to have a center object. So this will be group 71, and then we're gonna have put this on group 1 and 72. This will be our center group, and the reason I put it on group 1 is because group 1 is the group that I use to center, or to make all these objects invisible. So to make it the center, we probably want it right here. So right over this portal. And then I also think, whoops. I also think I want to, I think I want to make it so as soon as you go into this portal, the car starts drifting, or maybe a little bit after, actually. So maybe I'll do the car starting like right here, and right here I want the car to start drifting. So we'll do a rotate trigger right here, and it will take 2 seconds for center group 72, target group 71 to rotate. Ooh, I want it to rotate negative 90 degrees. Yeah, let's try negative 90. Actually, no, it'd probably need to be negative 180. Let's try that. Okay, that didn't really work. Oh, that's because all of these also need to be on the same group as this. This is on group 70. So all of these objects need to also be on group 70. Okay. So I can DM you in Discord. Sure. Yeah. Come on. Okay, it looks like kind of good. But it also looks weird, and I don't think it goes fast enough. So let's try 1.5 seconds for the move time. Let's move this up one whole block. And I actually want to put particles here. So let's find our particle trigger. I think it's, no, it's in here, I think. Particles, if I'm remembering correctly. Nope, in here? Yeah, it's gotta be in here. Okay. Really all I want to do is change it so the, what would it be? Because I want it to not come out at like over 180 degree angle. I want it to come out, I want it to come out like only at a 90 degree angle coming out the back of the car. So if I change this, what does that do? I have no idea what that does, so I'm going to change it back to its default. And if I do this, oh, that's what it does. So let's have this be 45. Perfect. And I think that's actually all I'm going to do because I'm not that experienced with the particle trigger. And so let's make this come out from the back of both tires. And probably make it go like that direction a little bit. And copy and paste that over. And let's make sure that all of this is on group 70 and 71. Okay. Hey Breck, I'm here. What's up? It's OptiGD. Just so y'all know, this will probably be a shorter stream because I have to go in 50 minutes. So, yeah. Okay, so there was one slight problem, and that's that you could see the car in the... Wait, actually, maybe you can't. Yeah, let me do show ground, and maybe that'll fix it. Okay, now I feel like it moved too fast, so maybe if I make it move slower again, or maybe I'll have to do 1.75. Yeah, I think I want to try 1.75 speed. Okay, like, can you see it? Yeah, you can, but that's before it starts. So you know what I might do? I need to go back to layer 1, to the ground layer, and actually finish building this. So I'm just going to copy and paste this over. Up to the drop, and what layer is this on? This is on T3, so it'll cover up the car. So I just want to build it over to this car that'll drift. There we go. And that should do it. Okay, you could still see it. Whoops. Actually, maybe we only need to do that. Now you could see it end here. Yo, that's pretty cool. Gotta go to bed. I'll find a way to get in touch. Alright. Have a good sleep. Bruh. I feel like I want those particles to be larger. But, like, do I? So if I go to layer 6 and I take these particles, I can edit both of them, and I do want the, if I change it to visual, yeah, I could probably just increase the start size to, like, 6, and the end size to 3. Maybe that's too big. Maybe we'll do 5 and 2. And then I do want the lifetime to be longer. So if I make the lifetime 2, yeah, that might be better. And maybe a higher speed too. Could we change the speed to like 50? Okay, let's try that. Why is it like coming out in bursts? That's weird. Change the particle opacity and enable grouped. You have a very young audience, I know. But it's fine, because low-key, I'm also young. Yo, I haven't watched stream in a while, but this looks like a pretty cool way of blending the 9 circles effect with the art style. Yeah, thank you. I feel like I'm pulling it off pretty well. Change the particle opacity and enable grouped. Alright. Particle opacity. But yeah, like, why is it coming out in bursts? That is kind of weird. So, where is it? Where is particle opacity? Maybe an extra? No. Maybe in visual? No. Motion? No, it wouldn't be in motion. Huh. You know what? Let's just try it like this. Yeah, that's too much. I almost feel like it was better the way I had it before, so I'm just going to delete these particle triggers and add them again. But the only thing I'm going to change is this being 45. Whoops. Okay, and I'm going to angle this 45 degrees and move it over, and let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, and I forgot to add them to groups. I forgot to add them to group 70 and 71. Yeah, I feel like I just need them to be a little bit further out. So like, if I move them down half a block, and I feel like that should be good. Maybe I need to put them on a lower layer as well. Like, if I put this on B4, Z order -10. So they're like actually coming out from the bottom of the tires. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like it, but at the same time, I feel like it could be better. Actually, I think that's good. Also, ooh, Swaggerroot. Also, I do want to start changing gameplay on the Wave. So I feel like I like the gameplay on the Wave up to, let me turn on preview mode, or let me turn off preview mode just so I can see the layout easier. So, basically, what I want to do is, change up this Wave gameplay. I like it up till this point, and then I feel like it starts to get a little bit weak. I feel like this coin is definitely not the best, and past this point, the gameplay just starts to feel kind of like I had to force something out, and it doesn't feel like natural. I don't feel like I want it to feel like I had ideas that I wanted to get down, and here it just feels like I didn't have ideas, and I was just placing stuff to place stuff. You know what I mean? Okay. Also, to make it so this block doesn't look weird, I'm actually going to extend this one more block. Like, let me just change the layout here. So let me actually delete these blocks here, because this internal, actually I think it has to be, ooh, to make it another layer I might have to have 3 actually. This might be harder than I initially imagined. You know what? No, we'll keep it like that. It's fine. Oh, and another thing I need to remember to keep doing is remembering to fix the corners on these slopes. Actually, probably doesn't make that much of a difference. You can't really notice. So I might actually not do anything about it since you can't really notice. So, you know what? Nah. It's fine. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Wait, but it should. Right? Oh no, wait. I can't tell if these hitboxes are right or wrong. I can't tell. Okay, now they're right. Now they are the correct hitboxes. So, do we place one here too? No, we did place one here. Okay, I think that's all of them. And so, yeah, we'll just deal with this platform looking kind of weird and like way too full of blocks. But then here, I feel like these platforms look pretty cool. But they also, because I don't know, hold on, I just had an idea for what I could do with these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a block, I'm going to copy and paste it down here. And I'm basically just going to build this like I'm building one of these normal like square thingies, because it's going to kind of be like a fake. Maybe I'll put like arrow indicators to make it easier to tell. Like that. Yeah, that way it's like a fake. You can't really tell. But if we go to all, yeah, you can still slightly see this border. It's just really hard to see. That's fine though. Yeah, you can't see the border. Okay. So, I feel like it's good for that block, although we do need to have this cluster of blocks in here. Except for, actually, we can't use that one. We have to use, because this one is attached to one of these layout blocks, which does have a hitbox, and we can't have that. Oh, wait, but it shouldn't have that, I don't think. Yeah, because these internal ones have no need for those blocks, because we're following the original, like, 9 circles formula, I guess. What do I want to do for the arrows here? Okay, I had an idea for the arrows here. So it goes up, and there's going to be 2 arrows that go up from the top of the screen. So I think layer 10 was the layer that I had. No? What layer did I have this on? Layer 11. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have... right here is where the trigger is going to be, or where I'm going to place my guide trigger for, basically, I'm a little bit sleepy, for basically where I want my first, this arrow to be. So the player is going to be, or yeah, it's going to be right here when it passes. So we're going to go to layer 11. I fluke Flame Wall from 42, GG easy. Bro did not say Flame Wall. Maybe one day I'll say something related to the stream. That's crazy. Okay. Back to these. So, what I'll probably do is, shoot, what color did we have this on? This was color 29. We need to go all the way back to color 29. Oh, it's already on there. Okay, so the arrow is going to look like this. Like this color. Oh, and I forgot it needs to be actually inverted because it's going up. Okay, so we have this arrow built now, but the question is, actually there's no question, hold on. I'm going to move this down 1, and then I'm going to move this up 2, 3 actually, and this is going to be, the 2 arrows for this effect. So this first one, actually, what order should they be in? I'm trying to figure out what order, or maybe they should be overlaid on top of one another. Yeah, they're gonna be overlaid on top of one another, and they're just gonna come up at different times. So I'm actually gonna move this back up to its original position, which was right here, I think. Y'all can probably already tell that the main inspiration for these arrows is Tidal Wave. Good old Tidal Wave. Okay, this is group 73. We're going to move this down 1, 2. Okay, so it's going to be moved down 1, 2. Or, yeah, so 100 blocks. And I'm going to copy and paste that and put it on 74. And so right here is going to be we're going to have a move trigger that causes group 73 to lock to player X for 10 seconds. Same with 74. Then we're also going to have a move trigger that acts over... I need to replicate this first move trigger. That, okay, 0.75 seconds moves 200 blocks. So ours will probably be 0.375. So 0.375 seconds, it will move, not locked to player X, it'll move up 100 blocks, and it will, what will it do? Will it exponential? Yeah, it's exponential out. Exponential out, and we'll do the same thing for 74. Let's see if that worked. Oh, and I need it to fade away. Also, this needs to move at a different time. Okay, so how many blocks? Okay, so it was literally only 2 blocks later that it started fading away. And it fades away, okay, 0.50 seconds. So we'll do a move trigger here for group 73 that over the course of half a second makes it fade away. I'll do the same for 74. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yo, was that pretty sick? I do kind of want it to move up further and slower. So what I might actually do is have, I'm going to have 73, wait, what is the 74 move trigger to? Oh, this is, okay, never mind. So maybe I want to have it move up 120 and over the course of 0.5 seconds. And let's change that on 74 as well. 120 and 0.5 seconds. Okay, and then you get that weird thing with the, you know, these arrows having the, holy moly, I can't speak today. Whatever. Okay, this is 74, so we're going to copy and paste this and put it on 73. Oh, and I almost forgot that all of this needs to be on, Z-Layer T4. Hi, Brock. Can't call because my parents are making me get off, so gonna. Alright, see ya. You're good, bro. No disrespect to them, they know what's best for me. Yeah. How many objects do we got? 33,000? We're doing pretty good. For being at the drop. I just realized I might want to make the move time actually even longer. Or, not the move time. Actually, what am I thinking? Yeah, maybe I'll make the move time 0.75, and that might actually make it better. And if I change this back to 100, does that kind of fix everything? That also means we can take this stuff down here and delete it. Yeah, that's a lot better. Cool. Yeah, that's, I'm not gonna lie, that is very sick. That is super cool. I love that. Okay. Okay, now I do want to do a little bit of gameplay change. So what we're going to do to start out with the gameplay change is... Ooh, because I do like this section. I like how we're starting out with the, like Sonic Wave kind of thing. And then we go into here. But this is where I stop liking the gameplay a whole lot. I think I want to move this down a little bit more and make the gap a little tighter. Yeah, because that doesn't add a whole lot of difficulty. Like, you know, it can have a pretty tight gap. I don't really care that much. And let's actually just finish up decorating this section before we move on at all. And so, this is on color 34. So this should be on 34 as well, base and detail. We're going to go to layer 1, and we're going to change this to 38. Yeah, base and detail. And then we can probably go to all, and we could probably just take, like, copy and paste this saw to down here. Yeah. Yeah, see, it doesn't even add a whole lot of difficulty. Like, it is honestly fine. Shoot, we got 30 minutes left. Time's flying. Okay. Let's make some more block deco. So let's start out with this here. Let's just take our number 1 slope. Wait, does it go down here? No, we go over one more before we go down, I think. Yep. And then we also need this, like, diamond thing in the center. Yeah. That's pretty good. We gotta make sure none of that... Okay, yeah, that's good. And then we also gotta, I want to add arrow triggers in the same way that Sonic Wave has the, or not arrow triggers, like arrow indicators, like how Sonic Wave has them. So, basically I gotta find them. No, they're probably in this tab, right? I think yep, there they are. I'm going to angle them 45 degrees, and we're going to start out with them on 30, I think. Yeah, we're going to start out on 30, and then go to 34, and then 38. That'll make this effect. I like that. That's cool. Okay, then we're going to put one in here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then let's put that in here. And in here. Maybe down here a bit more. No, I think this will be better. And then let's actually put one like going into here as well. And then up out of here. Like that. Yeah. And then down here. Ooh, this one might be hard to do. But let's actually wait to do that one and start with gameplay changes. So let's take this. Actually, first let's just play this whole section, because this is basically my entire vision for what the drop is gonna look like. Okay, that Titan gap is a little bit more difficult. Okay, let's change up the gameplay. So let's take off preview mode so it's easier to see everything, and also easier to hurt my eyes. Okay. So let's change up to here. So up to here, we're going to delete everything. And I actually want this to become Miniwave a lot sooner. So we got everything selected here. I'm going to delete it and build more gameplay. And what I want to do is want to add one of these portals here, so you can so you go through it and you become the Miniwave. This hurts to look at. Okay, but then what do I want to do? This part. Yeah, like, I don't even know what I want to do that much for this part. Maybe what I'll do is I'll bring the part at the end. Maybe I'll bring this part more towards the beginning of the level. Like right here. Maybe not, though. Maybe I'll just do some, like, normal Miniwave shenanigans. Yeah. And then, yeah, we'll just start placing some new objects. So this obviously has to be on group, group 30. So, let's just start placing, let's do one like right here. And then, we'll reverse this and place some right here. And then this is going to be some really basic Miniwave gameplay to start out. Like, it really won't be anything too crazy. We'll add some more crazy stuff in later. I think that syncs pretty well. Oh, I also forgot one thing, and that's the spikes. The spikes I really wanna decorate. You know, make them look pretty cool. So what I want to do is I want to have the base and detail of all of these be on 30. I do want to copy and paste this over. Okay, of course it has to be uneven. Okay, you know what? That's fine. So we will take this, we'll rotate it 45 degrees, and we will place this on here and center it as best we can. I think that's pretty good. And we'll put base on detail in 34. And do the same for this one. I would already use the same. And then we want to take this tiny spike, rotate it, and put it on 38, group and detail. Or, holy moly, base and detail. We'll put it like that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Okay. Alright, gotta go by. Alright, see ya. Yo, those spikes look really cool. Okay. I want these mini wave gaps to be like pretty small, but not that tight, so I think this will be a pretty good balance between those. Okay, and then the top of this, yeah, that'll be fine for the top of this. We'll see if this ends up being too tight of mini wave gaps. It is a hard demon though, and I do want to significantly increase the difficulty higher than it already is, because as much as I do think this is a hard demon, it is not a hard demon like I wanted. So we can just delete these, that's pretty nice. Bro, read chat. Alright, for no good night. Oh, my bad. Yeah. Chat just has not been scrolling, so there hasn't really been anything to read. Oh, yeah, yeah, also the Insane Demon, I was talking about yesterday, the one I said was fun, like, Zadame or something. I got 60 on it tonight. That's pretty sick. Oh, yeah, that feels really nice to play. Let's actually copy and paste this over one more time. And add that there, and then we'll add this portal. Let's rotate it to be kind of like in line with the mini wave, and scale it down, and kind of try to center it as best we can. Isn't great, but it works. There's probably like a frame perfect swagger you can do to stay as the mini wave. Yeah, see, like, those are some tight gaps, but they really aren't that bad. I beat Aku for a 4th time, of course you did. Also, another thing with adding the, mini wave this early on is I'm gonna have to incorporate, I'm gonna have to build the, mini wave, like, pixel slopes a lot earlier on. Okay, here I'm going to add one of these things, because I got a cool idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build these kinds of slopes. Oh shoot, these are going to have to move one block further out. We're going to have to put this on group color channel 30. And then, what are we going to do here? Maybe I'll put a start position so it's easier to play test. Actually, that'll be really hard to do with, you know what? We'll just try it anyways. Because I was going to say this is elevated off the ground, so it's going to be a little bit harder to play start positions and not have them mess stuff up. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this block and I'm going to rotate it down at this point. I was going to go down into kind of like this, kind of like opening little area. Shoot, these hitboxes might be messed up. Yep, these were upside down. Good thing I checked. Okay. Bruh. There we go. Okay, now, I'm gonna put stuff here, maybe? Oh, maybe I want this little like opening area to be tighter though. I think I do. So what I might actually do is well, I could like extend it down more, but I don't know. What I could just do is make this portal have kind of an annoying location and like build it down here. And basically do this. Yeah, that should work. That might be a problem. Well, maybe what I'll actually do is I'll just could do this. Yeah, that's pretty good. These overlap a little bit, but it's fine. And well, you know what? Let's actually extend this down one more block. I could do that, but like, I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is I'll dude, I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I do want this opening to actually be smaller than it is though. So let's yeah, shrink this down a little bit and try to fix this. I don't know, the upside down portal might be a little bit annoying. Whoops. Also, I think a lot of this gameplay might actually change, like even up until here. I feel like this gameplay is pretty good. That might change because I had an idea, and then here I want to change to an asymmetrical dual wave, where one side is mini and one side is normal. So yeah, be prepared for sweeping changes in this part of the level. Yeah, we got 13 minutes left. Let's try to hurry and finish this up. Okay, so yeah, this might honestly just have to intersect with this, and it's fine. That's all it has to do. Doesn't have to go that far into it. I'm gonna put an upside down portal here. Okay, actually that might be really annoying to deal with. Wait. What even do I want to do for this section? Okay, you know what? Let's take this, let's delete it, and let's try something else. Because I do like this little mini wave thing, and the darken wave, yo, what's up, Music Manic? The darken wave is so much harder than the quantum processing wave by like a mile. That's surprising. I would think quantum processing's wave would be a lot harder since that's like kind of its specialty, but guess not. We got 10 minutes left. Yeah, bro. I just kind of I want to do like one of these like you know square thingies, but they're like connected to other slopes. But I don't know. I don't really know how to do that, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, I know how to do it, but like, I don't know. Let me try just building it like right here. Actually, what I might do is just have it be like 2 across. Okay, that'll probably be this chamber thingy. And we can have we can have it start from like, I don't know, if we have it start right here, could we even have it like go up to this in time? Cuz like that doesn't really look like a like square chamber, does it? I mean, like kinda, but to make it more symmetrical, I might do this. And that is a pretty wide opening, so I might just have to add spikes to make it more difficult. Okay. Most of the darken wave clicks feel as harder than a lot of the tidal wave clicks, in my opinion. That's insane. I mean, like, your other ticks are understandable, but, like, there is no way that that can be true. I mean, I haven't played Darkened a whole lot, so I couldn't tell you. Man, I don't know. I find getting consistent at the tidal wave clicks way easier. That is insane. Crazy take. Okay, so I think I will leave this pretty open just to be like, you know, space to kind of like align yourself into this gap because this gap is pretty tight. And then here, to make more difficulty, let's just add a portal. I'm 100% positive there's multiple frame perfects. Just looking at those gaps, they look like frame perfects. I wouldn't be surprised. Even though you are going at half speed, those gaps are insanely tight. Okay. So you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to take all of this, except for I read you message, because this gameplay to me feels pretty forced. I'm going to delete all of this up until here. Okay? All of it. Actually, not all of it. Because we don't want to select this, because this actually would have been so much easier to just replace that portal, but whatever, we've already started on this. So yeah, I'm going to replace this whole section of gameplay, because to be perfectly honest, I don't like it that much. So yeah. Hey Brett, can you check out my upcoming level? I would, but I literally have like 5 minutes left. Actually, you know what? There's no harm in it. Let's do it. 135, 25. I'm only gonna play like a minute of it though. 2608. All right. play from this start position. I'll play more of it at a later time, because for now, I really gotta work on drift. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, this is pretty cool. Very unique, to say the least. I like the decoration. You know, obviously it's not finished, but, like, for what you got down so far, like, it looks pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright. Do, like, a few more minutes of building, and then that'll be it for tonight. So, right here, let's do... Actually, let's move the... Yeah, that's a good spot for the upside down portal. And then we'll put, like, you know, some stuff here. And, maybe I do want to have TS buns. It's not half speed, it's normal speed. Oh, I thought it was half speed. Dang, okay, so it's, like, even more impossible then. Also, y'all will notice I'm actually going to upload the drift showcases in, like, groups of days, because individual days don't have that much progress on them, so I'm doing it in, like, groups. So I probably won't upload the next, like, I have 2 prepared to upload, but the next one that I'll prepare probably won't be done until I reach the halfway point of this wave. Okay, and then let's build a, what should we do here? Because I do kind of like it up until here, and then I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe, maybe I'll do, like, a section where you kind of gotta go, like, straight through here. I don't know, though. Yeah, we'll see. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. That'll be it for tonight. I know that was a short stream, but, well, not every stream has to be super long. I've had really long streams in the past. I was talking about the darkened wave. What do you think can be improved? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, thanks for watching. I will be back next week for more streaming, more drift building. It's gonna be hype. So, yeah. See you guys.